Hey, what's going on? Home's Outdoor Solutions here, and well, I'm pretty excited. I got my sawmill fixed. My dad helped me a lot on this thing. We got the kit in from Woodmizer, and he rebuilt this blade tensioner and had a little initial trouble getting it situated once it was rebuilt. And what I mean by that is refilling it with fluid. It's extremely easy to rebuild one of these things and to get it functional again. So pretty much you have to bottom out this tensioner cylinder. This pushes up against this, which tightens the blade. You have to bottom this out, then pull it out maybe an inch or so, just enough to grab the end of it with some pliers. You take this filler plug behind here out, and while you're gently pulling this little cylinder out, you're constantly filling this filler plug with transmission fluid. Don't let it suck air. Once you get that thing all the way out, and this is still topped off, you put this filler plug back in, and it says screw it in 1 to 2 turns, and then you push this in very slowly to let excess air and fluid out. You mainly just want air to come out. You bottom this back out that direction, and then you tighten this filler plug. And while all this is happening, this filler plug up front, that stays closed and tight. Then you put this in, if you don't already have it in, and you should be able to tension your blade like normal. And we had a bunch of issue with this O-ring constantly leaking throughout that whole process. We finally got a good O-ring, and it's sealed. And yeah, this whole tensioner apparatus is extremely simple and can over time wear out and start leaking. And yeah, so what I did was I tensioned my blade to 3,500 pounds, and I halfway sawed up a pine log, and it stayed in the appropriate range. So I call it fixed. So the big question was, and also before I started sawing, this blade was not tracking right. The blade was too far forwards on the wheel. So I watched a video. Woodmizer's got a lot of good ones on their channel. All I had to do was follow this instruction and unscrew this, because I wanted the blade to come backwards. So unscrew this, turning it counterclockwise, and that's all you gotta do. You don't have to unloosen these or anything. Do it in small increments. Fire the mill up, run the blade for a few seconds, shut it back off. Keep checking it until your blade is where you need it to be, which is an 1/8 inch off this wheel, which is how I got it on both sides. And usually it will be this side that's off. The drive side will usually stay all right. So anyways, once I got that straightened out, looked like it was good to go, threw this pine log up on here, and halfway sawed it up. I'm cutting 1 by 8 by 10s. Well, this log is tapered pretty good on one end, so that's why I quit. I can actually get one more out of this on this top, cut one more off the top, and then I'm probably just going to cut the whole thing 8 foot long with a chainsaw and saw the rest of it up. And yeah, so everything is working how it should. It's back to normal, and I need to get this big old cedar log back onto the mill. I got an order for 1 by 6 by 9s, and this is 9'2" long. So I'm going to continue sawing this up. I'm going to size this cant down to 12.25 to allow for blade kerf, and then saw it in half so I can cut two 6-inch wide boards in one pass. So I got to get 17 of them an inch thick, and I got other cedar logs stacked up here, so I got plenty to get what I need. So that's a little overview of the sawmill. Super happy it's back up and going. I had an absolute blast last evening running this thing. I'm getting better at it. I'm getting better at running these controls, getting more familiarized with them. And this mill now has 3.5 hours on it. I mean, it's still brand new. But yeah, it's working out excellent, and super happy, and I hope it continues that way. Well, hope y'all enjoyed the video. Until next time.